stage.
It's my opinion. Bad behavior, yeah.
Has he?
To being here again, find my mandatory. You know, it's always a great opportunity. It's always a great thing to get the mandatories out of the way, because I consider the mandatories like flies. They always buzzing in your ear, especially when you're trying to do something.
Deontay Wilder slapped Oleksandr Usyk in a recent press conference, and chaos instantly erupted. The tension was palpable as fans watched in disbelief, while the boxing world buzzed non-stop about Wilder's shocking move. Usyk, calm but clearly irked, held his ground, showing why he's the consummate professional. This moment has just added a whole new layer of drama to their potential showdown.
Well, this is not a gang fight. You know, the only two who'll be fighting are the boxers, and save it for the night. They don't get paid. They don't get paid to fight before the fight. Stupid.
Deontay Wilder's outburst at the press conference was reckless and completely uncalled for, turning a promotional event into chaos. Meanwhile, Usyk remained composed, showing why he's the epitome of professionalism in the ring. This incident only highlights the contrast between the two, one letting anger take over, the other staying cool and focused, ready to prove he's still the top dog when the fight finally happens.
Well, I don't like things like that. I mean, it's ridiculous, and you see these scuffles and all this nonsense at press conferences, and that is where it goes wrong. There's a little cut, I don't know how.
Duke McKenzie didn't hold back and called Wilder's slap a stroke of genius, but honestly, it was nothing short of pathetic. Wilder looked like a clown losing control, embarrassing himself in front of the entire boxing world. Meanwhile, Usyk stood tall, composed, and untouchable, proving once again that discipline, focus, and skill always overshadow childish antics. The contrast couldn't be clearer.
To call it is, I thought it was a stroke of genius personally. I don't see there's any harm in it. You know, this is the entertainment business that we live in now, and if you're not going to be entertaining...
Dave Coldwell spoke candidly, making it clear that Wilder's actions were beyond childish. Slapping Usyk turned what should have been a hype moment into pure chaos, exposing Wilder as reckless and undisciplined. Meanwhile, Usyk's calm, focused presence stole the spotlight, proving once again why professionalism and skill always triumph over theatrics, and why he remains the undisputed master of composure in boxing.
Because that's a little bit naughty. Because I know it's all, you know, fun and games at press conferences, but when you lay your hands on another man's face, whether there's an egg in it or not, you've laid your hands on his face, and that takes it to another level.
Eddie Hearn spoke openly about the chaos, and it's impossible to ignore just how reckless Wilder looked. Pushing Usyk crossed every line imaginable, making him seem undisciplined and immature in front of the entire boxing world. Usyk, by contrast, handled the provocation with unmatched composure, his calm authority shining brighter than Wilder's tantrum, proving once again that true champions dominate through skill and focus, not ego-driven theatrics.
Pushes your buttons, when someone shoves you like that, when someone starts talking about your mum, no man, like, look, I'm a complete pussy, right? If you start talking about my mum and all this other stuff, I'm going to have a pop at you. I can't fight, but I don't care, I'll have a right go. And you're talking about the world heavyweight champion. If you start talking to him like that, if you shove him like that, he's going to react.
The Wade concept laid it out perfectly. What happened on stage was beyond unprofessional. Wilder's slap made him look like a complete fool, turning a routine face-off into a chaotic spectacle. Usyk, however, remained composed and unshaken, radiating confidence and control. The stark contrast between the two couldn't be clearer. One reacts with tantrums, the other commands respect with calm authority and precision.
Two fighters on stage that are face-off? Of course not. Yes, it's over the line. You shouldn't be doing it. They shouldn't be putting hands on each other. But it is the fight game, and we've seen far worse. We've seen guys get in fights. We've seen people throw dollies in this game in the combat sports world.
Johnny Nelson addressed the dangerous escalation, and he's right. Wilder's antics were reckless, especially on the morning of a fight. The man embarrassed himself and risked serious consequences, proving he can't control his own temper. Meanwhile, Usyk's unshakable composure dominates every moment he's in the spotlight, showing the boxing world why discipline, professionalism, and focus always trump childish, ego-driven outbursts.
God, that was done this morning, man.
to make the way how he's done it, you know, on the morning of a fight, it's just wrong. It's dangerous, and the board are now in a situation where they think shit. So I don't know how they're going to deal with it.
Simon Jordan made it clear that Wilder's behavior was completely unnecessary, and the slap speaks volumes about his lack of control. Time and again, he undermines himself with theatrics, while Usyk's calm, measured response steals the show. Every second Usyk remains composed only reinforces his dominance, proving that true champions don't need chaos or drama. They let skill, poise, and strategy do the talking.
He smashed an egg in his face. I mean, how many times have we seen boxers do things that they shouldn't do? You know, we saw Derek Chisora spit on Vitaly Klitschko.
We didn't need that.
I'm not offended by it.
Eddie Hearn made it clear just how dominant Usyk is. And honestly, there's no argument. Wilder's slap might grab headlines, but it only highlights how reckless and undisciplined he is compared to a true champion. Usyk's skill, focus, and calm precision in the ring are unmatched, and moments like this only reinforce why he's pound for pound elite. While Wilder embarrasses himself with theatrics and childish antics, Usyk continues to command respect with every movement. The world sees the difference. One is all ego and chaos, the other is a master of his craft, proving that talent, preparation, and composure always win over nonsense.
I don't think he's skill-wise up there with Usyk, but to do that and just stop him and batter him, like, just phenomenal. Like, he is... There is absolutely no question in my mind who is the pound-for-pound number.
Johnny Nelson painted a vivid picture of Usyk's mindset, and it's clear why he remains untouchable. Wilder, on the other hand, exposes his lack of focus and discipline every time he loses control. Usyk's professionalism, work ethic, and relentless preparation are what make him a nightmare for anyone in the ring. Wilder's antics may grab social media attention, but they do nothing to overshadow the calm authority and skill Usyk brings every time he steps into the spotlight. The contrast couldn't be more glaring. One man lets ego dictate his actions. The other dominates through precision, strategy, and an unshakable mindset that truly defines greatness.
Heavyweight title fight. He's got 1 foot out already. He's Usyk talking like that. He's got 1 foot out already. If he's talking like that, that means, as far as I'm concerned, I sense his appetite is slipping away. He's very professional, gets the job done, knows what he has to do in the ring and get.
Adam Smith made an excellent point. Anything can happen on fight night, but the difference between Wilder and Usyk is crystal clear. Wilder's temper and impulsiveness make him unpredictable in all the wrong ways, creating chaos instead of confidence. Usyk, however, adapts effortlessly to any situation, staying composed and confident no matter what unfolds. This ability to control the narrative in and out of the ring is what separates a true champion from a loudmouth. Wilder may shock fans with antics, but Usyk's calm dominance, technical brilliance, and professionalism leave no doubt about who the real leader of the division is and why he commands universal respect.
You don't know what's going to happen because it's different on that day than any other day. It just sort of scripts go out the window.
Liam Goff didn't hold back, and the truth about Wilder's recent form is brutal. 1 win in 3 years against an obscure opponent hardly inspires confidence, exposing just how far he's fallen from his prime. His slap at the press conference only reinforced his recklessness and lack of discipline. Meanwhile, Usyk stands as the complete opposite, professional, composed, and technically flawless. Every move he makes screams mastery and focus, making Wilder's tantrums look amateurish. Fans are left in awe of Usyk's calm authority as he turns chaos into an opportunity to shine, proving that real champions dominate through skill and preparation, while Wilder relies on ego and theatrics.
Wilder has had 1 win in the last 3 years against, what was the guy's name, Terrell Herndon or something like that, an obscure opponent who no one has heard of before since was knocked out, I think, in a round by F.A. Jack.
Adam Smith captured the situation perfectly. Wilder's actions at the press conference were unacceptable, but they've only added fuel to the fire. In boxing, theatrics can hype a fight, but reckless behavior like this exposes a lack of control and professionalism. Usyk, in stark contrast, handled every moment with calm precision, showing why he's a true champion. While Wilder embarrasses himself, Usyk's dominance and focus shine brighter than ever. The world is now more hyped than ever to see this clash in the ring, as fans wait to witness whether Wilder can.
For the casual fans, do we condone it? I mean, in boxing terms, should that happen at a head-to-head? Of course not, but these things do happen. This is the fight business, and it's just made it even bigger, and we wait to see what...
Duke McKenzie made it clear that his gut instinct favors Usyk, and it's easy to see why. Usyk is an all-rounder in the truest sense, calm, composed, technically brilliant, and unstoppable when focused. Wilder, on the other hand, exposes himself with every outburst, whether it's on stage or in a press conference, making him look reckless and undisciplined. The contrast between the two could not be starker. Usyk elevates the sport with precision and professionalism, while Wilder relies on ego, theatrics, and chaos. Fans around the world are watching, noticing that Usyk's dominance is not just about power, it's about intelligence, strategy, and control. Every time Wilder flails or overreacts, Usyk's mastery shines brighter, reinforcing why he's considered one of the most complete fighters in the game today.
My gut instinct said that Usyk would win because he's an unbelievable all-rounder, you know? Really?
Boxing Ego highlighted exactly what fans are feeling. Usyk is a phenomenal champion, and his call-out of Wilder is serious business. Meanwhile, Wilder's reputation for chaos and theatrics makes him a daunting opponent off the canvas, but not necessarily in the ring. Usyk's focus, discipline, and strategic genius put him in a league above Wilder's impulsive, ego-driven antics. Fans are seeing the stark contrast between a fighter who builds legacy through skill and composure versus one who chases headlines with reckless behavior. The anticipation is only growing, with everyone wondering if Wilder can ever rise to the level of a true professional. Usyk's readiness and clarity of purpose highlight why he commands respect and fear alike. This matchup isn't just about hype, it's about supremacy in skill, focus, and professionalism.
Great champion. He's calling out Wilder fight. But boxing always does this to its fans, where there's a fight and when it's at the maximum, peak danger, guys like Wilder, people ain't trying to fight him. Right.
Liam Goff didn't hold back, and Wilder's recent record proves just how far he has fallen. One win in 3 years against an unknown opponent exposes his decline, and his slap at the press conference only amplified the embarrassment. Wilder's behavior is impulsive and childish, making him look more like a circus act than a contender. Usyk, in contrast, continues to dominate with calm authority, precision, and professionalism. Fans are left in awe of Usyk's ability to control the narrative, turning Wilder's chaos into his own advantage. Every moment showcases the stark difference. One fighter relies on ego and theatrics, the other relies on skill, preparation, and composure. As the world watches, Usyk's mastery shines brighter, proving he's not just a champion in name, but a true, all-round force in boxing.
Deontay Wilder. Wilder has had one win in the last 3 years against, what was the guy's name, Terrell Herndon or something like that, an obscure opponent who no one has heard of before since was knocked out, I think, in a round by...
The source highlighted that Usyk is serious about facing Wilder, and the situation couldn't be more real. Wilder may try to create chaos to intimidate or distract, but Usyk's professionalism and focus make him untouchable in these scenarios. Fans are hyped because they know this isn't just another press stunt. Usyk is ready to prove supremacy in the ring, and Wilder's antics are unlikely to shake him. Boxing politics may try to interfere, but Usyk's calm dominance and strategic brilliance make him the clear favorite. Wilder continues to embarrass himself with impulsive actions and lack of discipline, while Usyk uses every moment to showcase why he's a complete fighter. The anticipation for this showdown has never been higher, and the world is watching to see skill, composure, and intelligence utterly outclass reckless, ego-driven behavior.